Okay, now you can start.
Okay, so today I have been invited by xAP0L0GIZE to come onto her YouTube channel and to speak with you about Blackshot Asia and Global. Me and her have been able to play on Asia a little bit, and we are going to basically try and go between each other and talk about the positives and some of the negatives of each server and sort of give you our opinion. So thank you, xAP0L0GIZE, for having me here. If anyone doesn't know who I am Mr. Unstable, so yes, I am your local flamer in Global. Oh hey. So let's get talking and let's get down to it.
This shit does make you famous, because you're our little flamer.
Yeah, exactly. I always flame the rain people.
Oh, that's nice. That doesn't make you to a flamer, you just say the truth. Yeah, so my point is just that I decided to make this video right now because I'm not feeling welcome in Europe anymore. There are many points I have to say, for example that the GMs aren't all so good like in the past. I just don't want to judge anything and I don't want to claim anything, but how can I say, I will remove out Elko, Foxy, Arwen and Mentalist because they are always helping me. They are not bad, but there are personal problems between me and Diabo, between me and the Baytarks, the Turkish GM, and yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, my point of view on this is reasonably similar actually. At the moment, you do have a couple of gems in the team who seem to do a pretty good job. They seem to be reasonably professional and they will do what they need to do. And even in some cases, I may not personally appreciate certain people in the team, but they do help in a professional capacity and I respect that. But exactly like you just said then, basically it's a situation where unfortunately there are some people in quite powerful positions who are interesting, shall we say. I don't, like xAP0L0GIZE has just said then, it's very difficult to know what you're allowed to say because, you know, you can get banned for harassment and for flaming too much with the GMs, so...
Listen, everyone got a bad day and everyone will understand that if you're saying that, but if you're getting banned just for saying fucking camper what was just the truth, I don't know, this is kinda worse. Also, the difference between BSC from here to Europe is really big. You can say that as for example.
Yeah, exactly. Going on to what you're saying with the Asian server, it's interesting because they do have different pricing. Of course, they wouldn't, you know, it would be strange for them in the Asian territories to charge you euros because they're in the Asian territory, but they charge you dollars instead. Now, I'm not exactly sure the numbers on the conversions. I do know that at the moment the euro and the dollar are very similar, but the dollar still is slightly weaker than the euro, but they are quite similar. But the main thing really from my point of view is they have so much more variety in Asia server. And I mean, xAP0L0GIZE, you can talk a little bit about this when you were entered and you went into the shop. I mean, what were your thoughts as soon as you entered there?
It was really impressive for me because I have to say, many weapons there which are in Europe for BSC are there for BP. Of course, it's a bit annoying in-game because they're not so less OP, but for example, the Holy Shotgun is there for BP. That's really hard because everyone is playing it, but this is making the game interesting. It's not pay to win. Everyone can use it, everyone have a change. There is nothing like BP doesn't have a change. If there are BC players, you got a change because you can buy epic BP weapons. When I entered the game again after a half, or no, what was that? I was playing Europe 3 years before I played Garena. I mean, okay, the first start, as you will see in my next video, is fucking horrible because there were hackers instantly, but I mean, no game is clean and there are so many fucking rooms that you can join everywhere you want. Also, the problem between Europe and Garena, or better said, SEA, is simple. we didn't get our skin color yet. We didn't get any price of it back. We didn't receive anything. Also, the kick option. I know it's annoying, but it's still not there. Also, the gift box system is deactivated since around a year. And this is for users like me really hard, because I have to say, I have not much money. I'm not buying a lot for a game. I have money, but not so much that I want to pay it into a game. I mean, this is a free-to-play game. Why should I pay so much money in it? It's not pay to win, but it seems like. And how can I say, people were always spending money for me that I was playing in Europe, for making videos and so on. I really got a lot of help, but this is not possible anymore, and I don't want people to judge me on my own account, also because I'm getting banned for every shit. I don't know what was making the hate so much in this game, but...
Yeah. Now, some of the things you've mentioned are a little bit more personal to you, but I mean, I can talk about some things with you. Now, for the BSC to BP items, for me personally, it's a little strange because in Global we do have some BP items which are actually BSC items inside of the Asia server, but they do have, you know, it's flipped around, and they do have some of our BSC items as BP items. What I will say is, which I think you will agree with probably, is that when you equip Sub-Zero, you don't feel like a god, even with Sub-Zero equipped, because in Asia the Sub-Zero seems like it's more balanced, and it does give you a reduction in the amount of like tremble that you take when you're getting hit, but it doesn't make you like godlike. Just for having tactical package 1 doesn't make you godlike.
Should I say my true opinion about that? You know, I used macros before on my first account, and I have to say, in Seer it's exactly like macro, but it's more balanced. So I mean, it's really hard to get on headline. I tested it by myself. It's really hard to play on headline. This is like spraying, and this is making this game more interesting.
Yeah.
It's not so easy, you know.
It's not, exactly, it's not, because a lot of Asia players who may watch this video will probably agree with this. Quite a lot of them don't even use tactical package 1. And when I've mentioned it before in my own videos, they have said themselves that well, you know, Sub-Zero, what the fuck, Sub-Zero? One guy even commented recently on my video saying, I didn't realize when I equipped Tactical Package 1 I had to actually go and put Sub-Zero into a tactical gear slot. He didn't even fucking know, because they don't, it's not like instantly you log in and you must have Tactical Package 1 to play at a reasonable level. Now,
you have a change without. It's not pay to win.
Yeah, exactly. Now, of course, there are some European players who I'm sure they play without Tactical Package 1, and maybe some of them do okay, but you cannot tell me that some of the top players or some of the very comfortable kill-death ratio players, they must be using Tactical Package 1 in Europe, they must be. But in Asia, like you just mentioned, even if you use Tactical Package 1, you cannot just sit as comfortably on a headline. You have to aim lower, and you have to manage your recoil a lot more, and you have to, you know, manage how you're shooting and how you're getting shot a lot better as well.
Exactly. This is why I decided, you don't know it yet, but I decided to stop Blackshot Europe. It was like before I got my main band on my 3-star, I promised you that I will stop Blackshot Europe, that I will play with you Seer, that I will test it out. And I never did it because I was so addicted in this stupid game. But after this ban, I had to play from begin on. And it's really hard. If you haven't BSC, I have to say, I have no change there. You saw it by yourself when I was playing with you right now in Seer, that there was all, how to say, I got 12-4, right? Just with BP only, against many BSC people. But there, I don't know why, the recoil is making me, how can I say, stronger. It's
making you focus, yeah.
Exactly.
I also, coming back to the recoil point, which I think probably after this comment we can move on to another topic. But coming back to recoil a second, this is something that I've noticed when I play for a couple of days on the Asia server, you know, on the Play 1 Asia. When I play for a couple of days on that server, if I go back to global, I can just destroy people with tactical package 1 and with a reasonable gun. I can destroy people because I'm sitting there and I'm going, I'm gonna spray low because I'm gonna get the recoil right, and I don't. I just hit them and just destroy them because, like you mentioned, in Asia you have to actually manage your recoil, you have to focus more, and it actually teaches you to not rely on those magical no recoil headline shots that you get in Europe, and it makes you a better player. It just makes you a better player, and I know that you know, Apologize has just mentioned to you guys then that she doesn't really want to play in Europe and that she wants to play in Asia, but
not only because of that, I don't know if you saw it, I was sending you the video, but many people are there just not mature enough for me. I mean, I'm 70, everyone know I'm 17, and yeah, for my age, I'm really grown up, I have to say that. And it's just shit if you're getting insulted in YouTube. I mean, you and me are making videos for you guys, and you're not understanding that we are doing this with our own money, with our own free time. Not only for me, of course it's just a hobby for me, I love editing and so on, but it's still because I want to make people happy, same to you. And yeah, that's the problem. They are not getting it, they're flaming us, and if we are writing check YouTube, they're disliking, they're flaming there as well. And the community in Europe changed so hard because in my old past, everyone was friendly. In every round when I left, GG, 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 GG. Today, nothing. Just like Pwned or Easy or something else. It's making me so fucking mad. And I don't know if you saw that, but on SEA everyone was laughing if someone did a mistake, but it was funny. They didn't insult, they were laughing about it, and this is making me changing, so...
I completely agree with you. When I personally, my experience was I entered the Asia server. Even when I entered today, some random guy who I don't know who the fuck he is said to me, I've commented on your videos before, dude, I've asked you about some stuff, nice videos, nice job. And this happens to me, and you know, I'm not a big channel, I'm not huge, I'm not doing anything, I'm just a normal guy just plodding along YouTube.
You're like the GMs, you're just a guy.
But you know,
we are more major.
If you're so warm and welcoming to somebody like that, it makes them almost feel obliged to be welcoming and warm back. You know, I don't particularly like playing with terrible ping in Asia, and I don't think Apologize probably likes it either, but what I will say is, the reason why, me personally, and maybe it will be the same for Apologize, the reason why we would keep coming back is, one, because of the balance, which, you know, we've talked about quite a lot there already, but also because of how welcoming people are. The amount of people who have subscribed from the Asia server, the amount of people who watch my Asia videos.
Wait, for example, if you're playing in Europe on night, there are only 10 channels. There are only 10 channels, you know. Sometimes there are 2 or 3.
Yeah, if you play, in most cases I've noticed, if you play in Europe, you get 2, maybe maximum 3 full channels. I go into one server, like let's say World, but it's called Global in Asia. I go in there and they have like 10 full channels. You're like bashing the keys trying to get into one. It is packed of players. It is such like an exploding, vibrant community. And let's throw one thing out here, okay? They recently had a sale on for the AWP. What is it called? The AWP Dragon in Global. It's probably called something different in Asia. And the HK Omega Light. They had a sale for these guns, and if you spent $80, which now $80 is a lot of money, I get that. If you spent that, you could choose one of those items for 777 days. No joke. for almost 3 years for $80.
Really?
I cash that much, some months I cash that much for 30 days worth of items. Especially if I'm opening gold boxes in Global, which are 350 Blackshot cash, so that I can review the newest items, you know, like the Omega.
I didn't buy it there yet. In Garena it was the old with 50, 50, 50, but what's about the luck? You get more there?
Well, I've done a video on my channel.
Yeah, I saw that, but there wasn't so lucky, but...
Yeah, I wasn't really too lucky, but, I mean, it's reasonable. Apparently, from what I've been told, the Gold Box A, the cheapest one, actually ends up pulling you some of the longest timed items. You, like, get a lot more jackpots, or you seem to get a lot more jackpots. And then, now, I don't know whether that's 100% true, but, you know, I sort of do believe what they're saying. Now, talking about, you were mentioning just then about the skin change. Now, for me personally, I don't really give a flying shit, because I didn't use one of those bright colour skins. When I started playing Blackshot, the bright colour skin that everyone used was the orange one. Everyone used the orange one, if they use the skin colour. Now, for me, I think they're a little bit stupid, just because they make you a big bright target.
Yeah, okay, I have to say, but... It's our own deciding if we're taking it, and I mean it looks really cool, but if you want to play more realistic, it's okay that they deleted it, but as I said, we both did, and it was our own money and we didn't get anything, and really...
Yes. Now this is again something that I come back to all the time with the team over at Vertigo. I always come back to them and politely say this to them. There is no communication between Vertigo and their community. There is nothing. There is no communication. Pointing question here, right? And an example here is on the Steam. Now I wasn't coming to Steam because I went to the Steam page and the Blackshot Steam page for the green light had been deleted. And I was like, it's been deleted. Looks like they're not doing it, right?
Exactly.
But then I'd actually been told that they are doing it and it is being prepared. And I'm like, we don't know that. We have no information, and we never get information. We never get it. And the thing is, when we as a community throw our feedback and our information towards the Vertigo, it gets put on deaf ears. Everyone, I'm sorry, but 90% of the community has asked time and time again for rain to be removed. Instead of listening to the community, they decide, fuck you community, we're going to stick it in the gold box instead. So what they have actually done is, they've turned an item that people could buy for BP into a pay-to-win item. Because now you can only buy it for cash. And rain is an advantage. People can talk, say whatever they want to me, but using rain is an advantage. Because if you're not using rain, if you run at full speed, they can hear you from such a far distance.
Also, to be honest, not every one of us got a good headphone. On some headphones you just don't hear if the rain is on left side, right side, and if it's then so silenced, you just can't handle it. You can't. I mean, I can hear it around 1000 kilometers, no problem, but for others it's not fair.
Yeah, and it all comes back old argument that comes to me saying, well, you can hear it, we did make it so you can hear rain a bit better than in Asia, but in all honesty, if people are walking around at normal pace, if people are shooting, if a grenade is going off, if an objective is being taken, if you're speaking to somebody in a social capacity while you play the game, because you know, some of us do have friends we like to talk to while we play Blackshot, you have zero chance of hearing rain, and that's just the way it is. I don't really think, I mean, if you want to add anything, apologise, that's fine, but I talk about rain a lot, so I think we can probably move on to other discussions.
To be honest, I really liked it to use it, but I also hate it. Of course, I can hear it, but in Europe, for example, if I'm shooting at rain's head, nothing happens. Just nothing. Like if it's bugged. But if I'm shooting in seer at it, instantly one shot. Doesn't matter if I'm lagging. You saw I was lagging there, 100 ping. It was still one shot. Without any delay. And this is making me changing. I don't want to be in Europe anymore till there is something changed. And to be honest, I think this game won't exist so long anymore. I'm pretty sure it will be removed soon because of no players, because I don't know.
It's costing them too much money. It's costing Vertigo too much money to sustain.
That's why they're making so much shit in this game.
Yeah. That's why we get the MSR Omega, which is pretty much a one-hit kill no matter... Well, it is. It is almost a one-hit kill no matter what you do. The only way to defend against the Omega, like I've shown again in one of my videos on my channel, is to have 115 health.
Okay, but there we have different opinions. I mean, for me, the weapon is really great. It's a really great addition, but the change to get it is too high, because I see so many people with it also, no. And then so long, you know, 999 days. This is I don't know, this is making me so...
If they get it for that long, that's crazy. Agreed.
This is...
And coming back to your comments, like saying that it is good. Now, I actually also mentioned that in my video that I made, because I said that I like snipers that can one-hit kill. I think everybody in the community would like a sniper that can one-hit kill, just because if you are a sniper player and you hit someone with a sniper round, it is the most frustrating thing in the world to snipe somebody and then for them to have like 3 or 4 health and to spray you down, and you're like, awesome, I hit him, I did what I was supposed to do with my sniper.
Also with the new armor, I mean, the fuck, man, I'm shooting with a normal sniper at them. I'm instantly pistol after shooting with sniper, and what happens? Nothing. What happens after nothing? I die. So it's really useless. That's why such a sniper is really great, but if everyone got it, it's really annoying.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's another situation where the most powerful and the strongest sniper is hidden behind the gold boxes for only the people who can afford to cash the most money. Now, I was very lucky and I actually charged, I think I did 3 gold boxes and I got Omega, Nina and some other shit as well. So I was quite lucky myself. But, I mean, I don't even use the sniper. It's gathering dust in my inventory because I feel like when I use it, I feel wrong. It feels wrong to use it. It's like when the Scott Aurum was first released, and it was like 0 recoil no matter what. Now, some people are going to argue that it still is 0 recoil. If you test the gun yourself, you'll see it does actually have some recoil now. It actually did add some recoil to it, but still, it's a very strong weapon, and I get bored of it in my inventory because unfortunately these weapons are all pay to win weapons. Now let's flip it over to Asia. I want to ask you now to give you some time to just talk about it. What do you think are the pay to win items in Asia? From what you've seen so far of the games you've played, what would your opinions be?
You're making it so hard right now. I don't really have an opinion about that. I just think everything is better there. Doesn't matter if community, if the amount of people,
yeah,
if the support. I'm pretty sure. Okay, you won't see there many GMs, but I'm pretty sure that they're working hard. And if you're making a ticket, that they are answering instantly. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why. Also about the prices in shop, I mean, I have no idea of it because I don't know it. It's not like in Garena, not so much, but I guess it's not so expensive.
Yeah, now going back to the shop, talking about the shop a little bit, in Global, if they release a new character, they usually put that new character in the most expensive gold box, and then you have to roll and see if you're lucky enough to get them for 7 days, 15 days. Usually it's maximum 15 days, I think. You know, anyway. But now in Asia, when they release a new character, they put the character into the premium section of the shop straight away as a standalone character that can cost you about $8 to $10 for a month of that character, for 30 days of that new character. And in Global, if you spent the same amount of money, you would be lucky to get a month of the character in the gold boxes. And this is another frustrating thing because, again, it's a situation where in Europe we have such a small player base now that they'll do anything to make you cash as much money as possible. They are bleeding the community dry of money, just bleeding us dry. And in Asia, because they've got so many players, they can treat their players with more fairness. And they can, yes, okay, there are OP items in Asia. For example, the Tsar Assassin in Asia is OP as fuck. They've got the HKN, which is very strong, and things like that. There are OP weapons, but in most cases, because there is such more diversity in the shop, you have more choice about how you want to play and what you want to buy. In Europe right now, what would be the item if you had infinite Blackshot cash and you wanted to get you wanted to choose an item and you wanted to be competitive with some of the best players in Europe? What would be some of the items you would pick up in Europe?
Good question. I have no really an answer at it.
You're not really too sure about what you would pick up. Because in my opinion, if I had infinite Blackshot cash and I didn't care about how noob I was going to be, I would probably just go with gold boxing for Rain and getting a Brent tuning. And I'm done. SMF knife, maybe, or Wolf Fang for movement speed, and I'm done. The Brent tuning, it's pretty much got no recoil ever.
Oh yeah, exactly. Good. Maybe the mid kit also, but
maybe what?
With the mid kit too. But yeah, you forgot this. But you get more there for less money, and this is the point. There are so many points, I don't know, it's obviously that she is better. That's probably also why all players left the game. Look at Blacklight, you know him?
Yep.
Blacklight left to CS, Mr. Lazy left to CS, RD left to CS, Emilitius left to CS. Look at complete or look to Mashup. Many players from Mashup, many players from Psychedelic. I know many of them used macros, many probably also wallhack, but they also left because it's just shit. I mean, the game shouldn't be able to hack. Of course, macros are hard to patch, but for example, I reported about 20 macros last night, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure, I know they're not unpatched. I know they're working, not because I tested, because I got them from users which are using it right now. And yeah, how can I say? I'm pretty sure I won't get a prize for that. Also, wait, also, let me finish, dude. Also, to Mashup or Psychedelic, or for example, how can I take Shao? Yeah, Shao, Shaq Sensi TT, Gorbakov. Epic players, epic legendary players, just left the game to Usyr. I don't know the reason, but I guess it's really obvious why.
Yeah, it is a real shame. And of course, when we can, either I will or you can bring a follow-up video with some of the pricing in Asia. You know, you can go on a bit of a shopping spree, I hope, in the future. And really, it's just a tough situation, isn't it? Because it feels like we have to take the penalty of having poor ping and being slightly laggy inside the game, just so we can feel like we're playing in a community that has people above us who are just treating us better. It's not like, you know, this isn't like a hate Europe video, because there are some things, you know, I like having less ping, and there are some nice people in Europe and stuff like that, you know, and
there are nice people, but probably too less. Also, the problem is that the game is starting to get to a personal thing, and I was talking with Sinister about that he's going to stop Blackshot only because everyone is writing him on Facebook to come CV while he's in school and so on. And I can understand that. This is the biggest shit you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has his life, man.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. When you find that playing in a game is actually making you sad, or making you unmotivated or something like that, or you're being attacked quite a lot because of it, it becomes a problem. And I've had that myself. I've had people saying to me, go and make your crying videos on YouTube. It's like, it feels a little bit like they don't like the fact that I speak my mind, and they want me to follow everyone else like a fucking sheep and do the same thing, you know. Oh, we love Vertigo, oh, we love Blackshot, oh, we love this, we love all these OP things. And because I'm willing to try and fight for the community, because I try to fight for the little guy, the BP players especially, who get fucked so hard in Europe, they get fucked so bad.
Listen, I'm the best example for that. Listen, I made about, or let me just guess, I'm pretty sure I made about 100 tickets in all accounts together ahead. Only because of the community. I reported also after this ban macros. Only for the community. I make videos only for the community. And the thanks is a ban, you know? From the GMs. Also, after this, after the ban, I made a statement video. You know it. And that people are using this video to make a video in YouTube to insult me. This is... I don't know, this is not mature enough. It's making me mad.
The problem is, okay, and this is what it comes down to, and I don't really give a flying shit if people hate me for saying this. The problem is, a lot of the actual European players have given up on the game, and the only people who play now are the people in territories that have a very, very low amount of respect for other people. And I'm sorry, you can hate me, you can say whatever you want about me when I say this, but there are territories outside of Europe, and the people in those territories, they have zero respect for women. That's one thing from some territories, I know that for certain. And in quite a lot of situations, in my opinion, they have zero respect for other humans. It's all about them. It's all about, I must be the best, so I will macro, or I will cheat, or I will use the most OP items just to be the best.
In Europe, you're just the best if you're using macros, I swear. You know what I'm also asking me right now? If we are really making a video here or just talking, if you would know how long it is already, you would laugh, man.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. So many shit to say.
Yeah. There is a lot more that we could talk about, but I think probably the video's gone on for like 20-30 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I have to render this shit, man.
I'd like to wrap it. Do you want to wrap it up now and just give your final sort of thoughts and you know what you need to do?
Well, the truth about me is that I was playing 3 years Blackshot Europe. Everyone was thinking I started in Europe. That's wrong. I played in Garena before together with some players like Emilitius, but he didn't know me. But I knew it was him. And how can I say that? I was trained there. That's why I was coming to Europe and was epic. But I really loved Europe, really. I came there, everything was friendly. I became bigger, I was more famous, to be honest. And everything changed. The old GMs, everything. It's nothing like before. Do you know any one point which is the same like in past? Just one? You know one?
No.
Yeah, and that's the biggest shit I know. And that's making me to the decide, or better said, it's bringing me to the side now and to the end that I'm gonna leave Europe. I of course will come online sometimes because I won't leave Mim alone. I won't leave my partner alone, but I want to play here. To be honest, with you together.
Yeah, and I'm sure that we can get together and make more videos. My final sort of bit here is thank you for doing the video with me, and I hope that a lot of people show you some respect. I hope that you get some people from Asia coming over and subscribing to you and saying hello and stuff. I will try to feed some people over towards you. I've had some very nice people who've helped me out, and you know, hopefully it should just be a good time. We should have a bit of fun.
Just see it like that. I don't care in subscribers. I really don't care. I make these videos. Who is looking it is looking it, and that's it.
Exactly.
You're my friend. you're really good in English. I mean, you're in England, so you're a good support for me. And you're making videos like I wanted to make. Okay, I'm not interested to make this every day, talking about this and this, but it's making me feeling not so boring anymore if I'm only doing montage. I have an addition right now, and I saw how you got pushed, so why not?
There we go. So, thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I hope that we can do some more work together soon.
And I'm really, how can I say that? Let's just see if people are looking the video to the end. So, if to the end, thanks you for watching this video, and goodbye.